In this video, you will learn how to generate a random string using Python programming language. And the random string that we are going to generate will contain alphabet and the number. So this video is divided into three parts, where in the first part, you will learn how to generate a random string using a random module. After that, we will see how to generate using a secrets module. And finally, you will learn how to generate random string without a duplicate. So let's get started with the video. So the first method is using a random module to generate a random string. In order to use a random module, the first thing we have to do is to import a random module. Simply use a import statement followed by the name of the library. Here in this code, we will use a random plus string library to generate a random number. The random module is used to generate a random number, whereas the string library is used to get the set of character that we want in the final generated random string. The next thing that we have to do is we have to define the length of the random string. So over here, what we have done, we have set the length variable as 10. So now the random string that we are going to get will have the length of 10. Once we have the length, the next thing we have to define is the set of character that we want in the string. As you can see, we have imported the string module. So in that we have a escalator plus a digit, and if you consider what we are going to get, we are going to get a string which will contain all the alphabets starting from A to Z in smaller case plus all the alphabet from A to Z in the capital case. Also, we have used a plus symbol followed by the digit, which means that we also want all the character plus the digit, and all this combination will be stored in this variable. The next thing we have to do is to generate a random string. Let me break down this statement for you. So we have used a random.choice method over here. So what it does is that it randomly pick one character out of this string, and we wanted to pick it 10 times. So that's why we have used a for loop over here. What will happen is that it will pick 10 character, and those 10 character will be joined together with the help of join method, and that string will be stored in this variable. And finally, the thing we have to use is a print statement in order to print this variable. Now if you run this code, you will get a random string of length 10. Now to use the secret library to generate a random string, you just have to make two changes in the existing code. The first changes is that you need to import secret library. So let's import that, and after that you have to use a choice function specified in the secret library. Now if you run this code, you will get this output, which will contain a random string with letters and alphabet. This is the two method that you can use to generate a random string which contain alphabet and number. Now you might be thinking which method you should go for. Now if your project requirement is that you want to generate a string that is unpredictable or hard to guess, then you can go with the secret library, and this library is majorly used to generate a cryptographical secure random number or a string. So if your project require that, then go for the secret library. Otherwise you can stick with the random library. If you want to generate a random string that doesn't contain a duplicate letter, then here are the changes that you have to make. So the first thing is that we have to import a random library again. Next, use a sample function from the random library. Now this function takes two parameters. The first one will be the list of character, set of character, which we have stored in this variable, and another one will be the length, which we have stored in this variable, and the rest of the code will remain the same. Now if you run this code, you will get the string that doesn't contain a repeating character. Each time you run this code, you will get a new string.